What's going on, everybody? It's your good boy CDL Shorty. So real quick, guys, I want to teach you something that nobody in the industry is really talking about. And this is why I say it's very important for dispatchers. It's very important for brokers. It's very important for people that's in safety and compliance, that works in an office or whatnot, to get out here and really see what goes on. I'm not talking about the passenger seat, because the passenger seat, guess what? You're not held to the same standard in the passenger seat that we are in this driver's seat. In this driver's seat, guess what? You got to stay focused. In that passenger seat, you can watch a movie, you can text, you can do whatever you want. All right? We're in the business of what? Moving freight from point A to point B safely, correct? Mr. and Mrs. Dispatcher, Mr. and Mrs. Broker, you know, this is why you need to give us our pay and what we deserve. Also, these companies, the big name mega carrier companies that are paying like crap, y'all need to really, y'all hold us to a higher standard, but guess what? The pay is crappy. No wonder why trucking has a high turnover rate, because you hire dispatchers and people in that office that don't know anything about trucking and have these degrees, and then they talk like crap to the truck driver. But anyways, guys, y'all know me. I love a manual truck. My own truck is a manual truck, 18 speed, but you know, I got the tattoo on my hand. I despise an automatic truck, but for right now, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm in an automatic, correct? But I don't hear anybody talking about the manual shifters. Now, this load right here, I told y'all I picked up, it's 42.5, right? 42.5, and you're going down a steep grade. Let's say Fancy Gap in Virginia, a steep grade, a steep mountain, right? You, because I used to teach my students this too. Now, in a manual truck, the rule of thumb is this: when you always want to go down the mountain in a lesser gear than what you went up. Meaning that, guess what? If you go up that mountain in 9th gear, as soon as you top that mountain, you want to downshift to 8th gear in a manual truck. Well, guess what? In an automatic, a lot of people don't talk about this. So in an automatic, what you do is, a lot of people, you know, especially a lot of these companies out here that don't teach this, what they teach is you just want to put your Jake on and ride with the Jake. And then what I used to teach was not only put the Jake on with the automatic, but do the stab braking. Hit the brakes 3-4 seconds, and then come off of them, right? Because you got gravity pushing, you got that weight in that trailer pushing you down the mountain, right? And you do not want to continue to ride your brakes, because you'll do what? You'll smoke your brakes. Now, when you smoke your brakes and when metal gets hot, it does what? It expands and they pop. Then you'll be panicking looking for a runaway ramp or whatnot. Oh, by the way, when you use those runaway ramps, always be safe, all right? Use them. But did you know that you'll get a fine for using those? Look it up. Continue to do your research. So, but what I found out is CDL Shorty don't know everything. Another old school driver just taught me this the other day, right? That's why I told y'all it's always good to get out here. Stop being scared, dispatchers, brokers. Get out here. Just 3 months, all right? So, what I just learned was, and what a lot of companies don't teach, these automatic trucks have manual shifters, all right? So let's talk about it. This manual shifter right here, this is the knob, right? Put your foot on the brake. Push in your tractor brake, right? Now put it in drive, and you see the M and the A, push it in, all right? And it'll switch to manual. Now, what that is, you can upshift. Look, it's on 4, right? You can upshift. You can downshift. 3, 2, 1. And then 2, 3, and 4, right? Now, if you want to go to start off in a low gear, all you got to do is go up all the way to L. And L will automatically start you in 1st gear. All right, so whenever you're going down a mountain, do that. Put it in manual mode and do that so you don't smoke your brakes. And that's how, and then of course put the Jake on, and that's how you can always stay safe going down that mountain. Because 42.5, 43, 44, 45,000 pounds, you're gonna panic, you're gonna smoke your brakes, you're gonna do excessive speeding and all of that, which these companies don't talk about. These trainers that these companies have don't talk about it. I don't understand why nobody talk about this, but CDL Shorty gonna talk about it, all right? Because at the end of the day, I'm a driver and I stand up for the driver. Now, what does it mean when you smoke your brakes, CDL Shorty? Let's go out and look at our brakes. Let's go out and look at our brakes. All right, I'm gonna show y'all what a brake drum look like and how a brake drum will look if you smoke your brakes. Now, if you smoke your brakes, that's a brake drum. This right here is a brake drum, and that's the brake pads, right? That's what DOT look for when they pull you into a weigh station. This right here, you see how this is rusted, but it looks red, right? This right here, if you smoke your brakes, this whole drum will be fiery red, and it'll be smoking. And when it's fiery red and it's smoking, guess what? Ain't nothing you can do. And you gotta load like this. You gotta load like this. This is real world training, all right? Real world training. When I'm out here, I don't play. I get my freight there from point A to point B safely. I'm sacrificing. I'm away from my family. I sleep in this truck. I shower. And I just had a heart transplant. So what's your excuse? It gives you better industry insight because Mr. and Mrs. Dispatcher, guess what? Mr. and Mrs. Freight Broker, safety compliance, guess what? You could dispatch some trucks all day, but what if your driver panics, rolls down a mountain, smokes their brakes, end up killing somebody or killing themselves? Guess what? That freight ain't getting from point A to point B safely. But you would never know that about the manual shifting in the automatic or about the manual shift in the actual stick shift, a 10, a 13, a Super 15, or 18. If you didn't get out here and get better industry insight. So I just challenge everybody, get a CDL. Let's make it popular. Let's make it more popular. Also, when you're taking loads 42, 43, 44, 45,000 pounds, you got to be aware, especially my independent owner operators, not owner operators, independent owner operators. Because guess what? You got to do your proper trip plan. See if you're going through mountains. See what your fuel tank looks like. See what type of states charge the most for fuel. See what your IFTA, how many states you paved to run through to get fuel with your IFTA. All right, and see if that load is worth your time. Brokers, this is what we're trying to get you to understand. This is what we're trying to get you to understand. Come up on that pay. Truckers, we need to stick together. It's not just foreigners. America Truckers Unite, it's not just foreigners. There's a lot of foreigners. There's a lot of white boys, white women, black men, black women. There's a lot of people, a lot of truckers out there that don't know their true cost per mile. So how can we say that that the foreigners are undercutting us when there's no data, number one? And then number two, I've been doing research for the last 2 years going out to these truck stops. And guess what? Talk to these everyday people. I talk to white boys, white women, black women, foreigners, all that. It's a small percentage that know their cost per mile. And like I said, these under-ride crashes with these DOT bumpers. Hey, OIDA, stop being hypocrites. Let's start talking about the real. All right, guys, get more industry insight. All right, non-domicile and domicile CDLs, go look up the crashes. It's not a dramatic number the way that they're trying to make it seem. They're damn near neck and neck. If we're going to be real, let's be real. I'm a driver and I stand up for the driver and I fight for all drivers. All right, so be safe. Get that freight there from point A to point B safely. Wake up in the morning, drive your clock out, usually 4, 5, 6 a.m. That way you can get to a truck stop and shut down on time and get a good parking spot. All right? Y'all take care. Hey, let's popularize getting a CDL. Let's popularize getting a CDL. Go get your CDL. Hey, semi-truck drivers that got a CDL Class A, no restrictions, stand up. If you got an automatic restriction, still stand up because guess what? It's a lot of people that's scared to do what you do.